Section 4, how to plant and grow money trees. Now that's another beautiful metaphorical concept for wealth creation. Very, very simple indeed. This one's also got a little story. It's actually a discussion between a financial advisor and a classroom full of young children, so he can explain what he does. Now, first question, he says, who's ever grown anything? And most hands went up. He said, okay, what have you grown? And they say things like lettuce, tomatoes, peas, flowers. And then he says, okay, what if you don't plant anything? What do you get? And they looked at him like he was stupid, and he said, well, nothing. He said, okay, now when you were born, if your parents had planted a pine tree, how tall would it be now? After a bit of discussion, they said 6 to 10 feet. If your grandparents had planted it when your parents were born, how big would it be now? Roughly 30 feet. Okay, now, if it had been planted when your grandparents were born, how big would it be now? Well, maybe 60 to 100 feet. Okay, now, what happens if they hadn't planted anything? What would you have? Nothing. Now, what happens if they'd have planted a tree every single year? I said, well, they'd have a forest. He said, yep, okay, you're right. Now, what I do, I help people grow money. And somebody pipes up, so what, you plant money trees? He said, exactly, plant money trees. Now, what happens if you plant a money tree every year? And the children said, well, you'd be rich. What happens if you don't plant any money trees? You'll be poor, you'll be broke. And very, very simple concept, but these children from a simple conversation understood the way to create money or the way to have no money. And it was simple as just keep planting money trees. Okay, now this is building on all the previous videos. Now we're talking about the money tree concept. It's simply taking a part of what you earn or taking your skills and planting something, creating an asset. An asset is something that brings money to you without you having to work, so you can start to increase your net worth and build your wealth. Now, money trees could be in the form of investment property, a little side business, or it could be money working for you, investments, dividends, you know, there's many, many ways you can do this. Now, in terms of pipelines in section 3, pipelines, we tend to focus more as a metaphor where you've already done the work and it just flows with no further work. Money trees might be something like a investment property, which we know over time historically will grow in value, so it grows and grows and grows. Or you can sell it and take the money. Okay, I don't want to get too technical at this point, but the idea of a money tree is you're planting an asset that can grow over time, and as it grows, all the benefits comes to you. Okay, simple concept. It's much more fun talking about money trees than assets, but it's getting into that mindset of planting, taking what you do have, taking a little bit and just consistently planting it and give it a chance to grow. Nurturing it, watering it over time, just think nature, and letting it blossom into a big tree that just bears fruit year after year. Okay, and then you can take the fruit, you can eventually chop down the tree if you want to, that bit's up to you. But if we bring in the old cash flow quadrant once again, okay, the money trees, once you've planted them and they grow, yeah, it's on this side. It's a business or an investment. You take the time to plant the seeds and let it grow in its own time, and it creates your wealth. But it's much more fun talking about money trees and thinking every time you've got that spare bit of money, which will show you how to create that in section 9, you plant it, so you've got a load of money trees that are working for you. Very, very simple concept, but start thinking this way, it will build that financial mindset, that money mindset, and start attracting things to you, opportunities, things like that, so you can create these little money trees. Okay, so I like to bring nature into it because it's much more fun. Okay, that's it for section 4. I'll see you on section 5.